G'day, folks. So this is a follow-up to our Godzilla review for King of the Monsters, which I quite enjoyed. I thought it was a good movie. Now, was it just us, or did anyone else notice some strong sort of Christian vibes, overtones in this movie? Now, I don't know if they were intentional or not, but they were there, regardless. Like, they were sort of hitting me over the head in some scenes. But I think overall, Godzilla seemed to be portrayed as like a benevolent Christ figure, a savior of mankind. He was sort of betrayed by his own, people, humanity, I guess, because he's sort of the guardian of the earth. And then he rose again. He was resurrected to fight a demon creature that sort of looked like a representation of Satan, maybe. Unless I'm reading too much into it, I don't know. What do you think?
I completely agree, actually. I noticed a repeating theme, a Christian theme throughout the film, and I kept looking over at you, thinking, "Oh, are you watching the same thing as I am?" Because I just wasn't expecting it. Throw it in once or twice, but to have an ongoing showing of Christianity in a monsters movie, or just in any movie coming out of Hollywood, it surprised me.
Yeah, now, like, at first I just thought it was a few images, like Christian images, like the big, the crucifix, in the scene where the demon bird Rodan was on top of the mountain, would look like a volcano,
This volcano,
spewing lava. And, and like there was this great cinematic shot of the cross in the foreground, on the right side of the screen too, maybe the right wing side of the screen. Oh yeah, it was next to the bird's right wing. No, yeah. No, I'm reading too much into this. I think
no.
I don't know, but that's all I noticed was those images in the movie, and I thought, Godzilla's a bit of a Christ-like figure, but that's it. That's all I took from it. I didn't read much more into it, but you seem to pick up on a few other things.
Well, there are a couple of quotes that I remember. I can't remember who said them, but I do remember the lines, and one of them was, "Oh my God, Zilla."
I think Ken Watanabe's character, was it Serizawa?
Serizawa, yes.
Serizawa, his
Yeah.
character said that in a
Okay.
scene. I just thought that was like clever writing, but then the more you think about it, it's like, oh yeah.
Well, there was that one, and then I don't think it was long after that, but somebody said, "Jesus, lucky he's on our side."
Oh yeah. Yeah, you nudged me in that scene, and I'm like, what are you nudging me for? I don't get it. And then, because I was like, it was during an action scene, so I wasn't really paying attention
Yeah, it
that
was
much
just
to what people were
thrown
saying.
in.
But yeah, you noticed that. It was a comedic guy who said it as well.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And it's like, how do you read that as Jesus, lucky he's on our side, as in, Godzilla is Jesus. And you can also, read it as like a, maybe he was literally saying Jesus is on our side. I don't know.
Yes. Well, there was also the scene where the soldier was just about to jump into battle, and right center of the screen, he was doing his cross.
Yes, that was the other bit that jumped out at me. Very visibly, he did his cross over his chest, and I thought, you don't see that every day in a Hollywood movie, showing a religious person, a Christian, in a positive light as a heroic character.
Yes, I was just
They
thinking
They
that.
tend not to. Most Hollywood films nowadays portray Christians as hypocrites
Or
or
lunatics.
closeted homosexuals.
Oh,
But yeah, lunatics, closeted gay people, or they show them as massive hypocrites who are always judgmental, but secretly they're the ones being horrible. So it was weird that they showed a Christian figure as a heroic, noble, virtuous person.
Well, the last thing that I can think of was when Dr. Serizawa, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Anyway, the doctor who was played by Ken Watanabe.
Yeah. No, you said it right.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. We'll go with that.
According to my memory. You're saying it right, yeah.
Excellent. Well, he was the ultimate believer, and he sacrificed himself because he truly believed that Godzilla was the king or God, as he mentioned a few times during the movie.
And that he was like the messiah of Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like a full-on apostle.
Yes.
He was like a disciple of Godzilla, pretty much.
exactly. Well, he believed that Godzilla could save the entire world. So
Mm,
to have that much faith in one person or one being, I mean,
yeah.
how often do you hear that?
And he wouldn't even entertain the thought that the military had of destroying Godzilla. Like he wouldn't even
He
have a
had to
bar of that. He's
protect
like, no,
them.
no, we can't do that. Because Godzilla is the one who's going to protect us and save
Yeah,
us. And
he's the
in the
hero.
end, he was right in the movie. In the
Yes.
context of the movie, he was correct. But yeah, it's like Godzilla's like this, just this like benevolent, you know, guardian of the earth. But it's weird because he's not portrayed as this, as like an intelligent being. He's just portrayed as an animal, but an animal which has this like heart of gold for some reason. Even though he's destroying buildings left, right, and center, it's always to protect humanity. You know, it's like
Okay.
noble destruction.
Oh, right.
It's
That's
really
one way
weird.
to put it.
It's like Man of Steel had that as well at the end, where Superman was fighting General Zod, and they like destroyed the city. But a lot of people criticize that scene because Superman is a Christ figure too,
Yes.
and a lot of people criticize that ending to Man of Steel because they're like Superman would never destroy that much, destroy a city and harm people. But it's like he had no other option. Zod couldn't be stopped. He refused to stop,
True.
so he had to kill him.
Well, Godzilla's pretty
Yeah,
humongous, so I mean, it's
but
not like he can weave around buildings
no, exactly. Like him just stepping is like it's like us.
an earthquake.
It's like we're like ants. Like we're walking around, we're probably killing ants all the time, but not
Yeah.
intentionally. It's the same with Godzilla. And again, he had to kill Ghidorah. I think that's the name of the Hydra
Ghidorah,
demon,
yeah.
Ghidorah or Satan. He had to kill him. Ghidorah could not be stopped, and he was like summoning the legions of hell. All the other Muto monsters were all remember starting to obey Ghidorah. Rodan was obeying
Yeah.
him. All the others were
They
obeying
all
him.
were.
It's like Mothra was like a benevolent guardian too. Now I don't know how that would fit into the allegory or
No, I
not.
didn't think that far.
Mothra was like an angel, perhaps an angel who does the bidding of the Lord, being Godzilla, the king of the monsters or king of kings, perhaps.
Okay.
Again, reading way too much into it
Look,
because
it,
I doubt the director is an evangelical Christian or anything like that.
but we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, we will.
So if you think we're going crazy, or if you saw something in it that you noticed that we didn't, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, if I'm reading way too much into it, let me know. I probably am.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like
Yeah,
I
let us
said,
know.
it's not like Hollywood's had a coming to the light moment, a conversion. Yeah,
No.
no.
I don't
But
think so.
this movie, for me, irregardless whether this was just all coincidence or just me reading too much into it, as I've said 1,000 times, irregardless, I'm just happy that this movie wasn't, just on the nose with political correctness and all that stuff. It didn't have, like, it wasn't a very political movie. It was just entertainment, and it was sort of played down the middle, and it was good fun, and I enjoyed that.
I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't like what you just didn't like the pacing of the movie, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. I did not. Moved too quick, but also, I don't know. It just didn't feel like there was any depth to it.
Oh, it sounds like we just talked for 9 minutes about the depth of it.
No, well, I mean,
You wrote a whole bunch of notes about
other
the
than
depth
those
of the movie.
scenes,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you need to watch it again. Give it another chance. Give The King another chance.
maybe in a couple of decades.
Don't worry, I'll get her to watch it sooner than that. But look, we'll leave it there. Let us know if you agree or disagree. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave us some comments if you are so inclined. God bless you all. And
We'll see you later.
adios, muchachos.